चिड़िया करती है बसेरा, वो भारत देश है मेरा, वो भारत देश है मेरा. Good morning. We welcome you all to the celebration of India's 79 years of independence. We are grateful to our ancestors who sacrificed everything for our freedom. It gives immense pleasure to welcome our honorable chief guest, Mrs. Neelam Rodriguez, respected fathers and the heads of various sections.
Good morning, distinguished dignitaries and esteemed guests. On behalf of the staff and students of Don Bosco High School and Junior College, Puriflay, we welcome you to our 79th Independence Day.
Requesting everyone to please stand up and about to silently show and about to requesting everyone to please about to be seated.
Once again, I extend a warm welcome to our Mrs. Neelam Rodriguez, our Rector, Reverend Father Manuel Mazzello, our Principal, Reverend Father Ransom D'Souza, our Administrator, Reverend Father Vishal Lopez, Reverend Father Aloysius Patalo, Reverend Father Mario Vaz, Supervisors of the various sections, teachers, and my dear friends. Exactly 79 years ago, our first Prime Minister, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, famously declared, at the stroke of the midnight hour, when the world sleeps, India will awaken to life and freedom. Long years ago, India made a tryst with destiny. On this day, she begins her march towards self-reliance and independence.
Today is also celebrated as the feast of the Assumption of Mother Mary into heaven. Throughout her life, she unconsciously taught us to do our duties responsibly and to trust in God's hands. We too can follow her example and be responsible citizens to bring about a change in our society. A mother who was bound in chains of slavery by the British was freed by her courageous children. Let us now salute the tricolor and all the martyrs who gave up their lives so that India could breathe as a free country.
We are honored to have our silver jubilarian, Miss Neelam Rodrigues, as our chief guest for today. She has completed 25 years of dedicated service at Don Bosco, inspiring generations with her commitment, kindness, and quiet strength. We thank her for being a guiding light to so many and welcome her with heartfelt appreciation. As a token of our gratitude, I request our rector and our principal to felicitate our honorable chief guest.
A patriotic song depicts how magnificent India is and her struggles, presenting the children from the primary section who are going to sing a heartfelt song to us. We request you to sing along too. primary section for your wonderful performance.
The tunes of the song made us feel like we're living in a country blessed and beautiful. We now have Miss Abigail D'Souza, who will address us with a patriotic speech.
Good morning, respected Chief Guest, Father Rector, Father Principal, Administrator, Coordinators, teachers, staff, and my dear friends. Today, on 15th August 2025, we celebrate the 79th Independence Day of India, a very important day when in 1947 our country finally gained freedom after nearly 2 centuries under the British rule. India's struggle began long ago. The first war of independence in 1857 marked the start of a long fight. Leaders such as Mahatma Gandhi, Subhash Chandra Bose, Bhagat Singh, and Rani Lakshmibai sacrificed their comfort and even their lives for our freedom. From non-violent protests like the Dandi March to more determined efforts like the Quit India movement of 1942, every action added strength to our call for liberty. Today, India stands tall in the world. It leads in space exploration, digital innovation, education, and more. India is now a vibrant democracy with over a billion proud citizens. Our diversity in languages, cultures, and religion is not just tolerated but celebrated. As students and future citizens of India, here's what we can pledge today: to study hard and achieve excellence, to cherish peace and unity above all. Today, let the flag remind us of the bravery of our past and the promise of our future. Thank you and Jai Hind!
Thank you, Miss Abigail. Patriotism to the nation can be shown through many ways, like service, honor, etc. We now have the students from the secondary section showcasing their love to the nation through a patriotic dance.
शहीदों की मज़ारों पर लगेंगे हर बरस में, शहीदों की मज़ारों पर लगेंगे हर बरस में, वतन पर मिटने वालों का यही आखिरी निशान है।
Thank you, secondary section, for that marvelous performance.
On this day, the British left us with nothing, but India rose like a phoenix from the ashes. There is not a single word to describe how magnificent our country is. We now request our chief guest, Miss Neelam Rodrigues, to address the gathering with some words of inspiration.
Good morning, respected Rector, Father Manuel Marcelo, Principal Father Ransom D'Souza, coordinators of various sections, parents, teachers, and my dear students. 79th Independence Day of India. Today, as we proudly salute the tricolor fluttering in the sky, we are remembered and brought to mind the countless men and women who gave up their lives, sacrificed their precious lives for a free India. They dreamt of an India where every citizen lived with dignity, equality, and opportunity. But my question to all of us today is, are we truly free? Yes, we broke the chains of colonial rule. But are we free from the shackles that we have created for ourselves? The shackles of discrimination, where a person is judged not by his character, but by his caste, creed, color, religion, and even region where he comes from. The shackles of atrocities against minorities, where fear, rather trust, is replaced. The shackles of violence against women, where safety is still a privilege and not a right. We have reached a proud milestone of being the 5th largest economy in the world. Yet, is that enough when millions sleep with hunger, when education is sacrificed every single day for survival, and when need to earn outweighs the keenness to learn? My dear boys and girls, true independence is not about raising the flag. It's about raising our conscience. It's not just about being free as a country. It's about being free as a society. Being free from prejudice, free from injustice, free from any sort of ignorance. You, my dear boys and girls, are nation builders. The builders of tomorrow's India. If you dream of a true independent India that we want for tomorrow, we need to start today. We need to start today by respecting every individual for who or what they are. By standing against injustice in every small way. By valuing education over mere wealth. And by ensuring that your freedom does not come at the cost of someone else's dignity. Let our generation be remembered for celebrating freedom for the sake of it, but by truly completing it and experiencing it. Because the struggle for better India did not end in 1947. It continues in the choices we make. So think about it. The choice is yours. Thank you and Jai Hind.
Thank you, Miss Neelam, for your words of wisdom.
A true patriot cares deeply for his nation and endeavors it to make it a better place to live in. She strives to make a difference in society. Presenting before you a skit, Marching Alone by the college section.
In a small village of India lives a girl with a dream too big for her world. A dream stitched not in cloth but in courage. She dreams of wearing the olive green uniform, of standing tall under the tricolor, of guarding her Bharat Ma. But dreams like hers are often faced with the sharpest words before they see the light.
One day, I will wear the army uniform, salute the flag, and protect my Bharat Ma.
Soldier, you're a girl. Do you think the army is a playground?
It's dangerous, beta. Become a teacher instead.
You carried a gun. You can't even lift a gas cylinder.
A soldier isn't made of muscles. She's made of courage.
Ananya, beta, don't be like this.
When dreams are caged, the sky calls louder. One silent morning, Ananya left home. No note, no goodbye, just her dream.
Welcome candidates. You are here to become lion and lions don't quit.
आज से हमसे आन मेरी मैं तुमको ना छूने दूंगी जान को चाहे चलनी कर दो मान को ना छूने दूंगी आज से हमसे आन मेरी मैं तुमको ना छूने दूंगी जान को चाहे चलनी कर दो मान को ना छूने दूंगी छू के देखो दिल मेरा तुम दिल में अपने बदलोगी पर छेड़ के देखो तुम मुझको मैं तुमको नहीं छोड़ूंगी
Well done, Ananya. You just didn't survive. You led.
fought not just on the battlefield, but against every no she'd ever heard.
Is this an Ananya? We tried to stop her, but she fought us instead.
She's not just our daughter, she's India's daughter. Ananya beta.
I didn't run away. I ran towards my destiny.
Forgive me, beta. I was wrong. But now I'm proud of you.
We'll never stop another dream again.
By courage. This Independence Day, let's salute every Ananya, the girl who marched alone and came back a hero. Jai Hind.
Thank you, friends. I now invite Miss Nidhi Thakkar from the secondary section to rekindle the patriotic spirit within us.
आदरणीय प्रधानाचार्य जी, मुख्य अतिथि, गुरुजनों तथा मेरे प्रिय साथियों, मैं निधि आप सभी के समक्ष स्वतंत्रता दिवस पर अपने विचार प्रस्तुत करने जा रही हूँ। विविधता में एकता है हिंद की विशेषता। भारत विश्व के सबसे पुराने सभ्यताओं में से एक है। विविधता में एकता इसकी पहचान है। आज़ादी पाने के बाद भारत ने आर्थिक और सामाजिक प्रगति तो की है, साथ ही समय के अनुसार अपने को बदलकर विश्व मंच पर अपने लिए एक विशेष स्थान हासिल किया है। कुछ विशेष बदलाव इस प्रकार है। भारत विश्व के सबसे औद्योगिकृत देशों की श्रेणी में से एक है। भारत में महिलाओं को केवल समानता का ही नहीं बल्कि समानता से भी ऊपर का दर्जा दिया जाता है। हालांकि उन्हें परंपरागत पूर्वाग्रहों का कष्ट भी झेलना पड़ा है, लेकिन मुझे यह बताते हुए खुशी होती है कि भारत सरकार ने महिला कल्याण और महिला सशक्तिकरण को भी समान महत्व दिया है। अतः हम कह सकते हैं कि आज की नारी अबला नहीं सबला है। अच्छी और साफ हवा से ज्यादा जरूरी और क्या बात हो सकती है? जी हाँ, मैं बात कर रही हूँ जलवायु परिवर्तन की। ग्लोबल वार्मिंग के गंभीर दुष्प्रभाव से पृथ्वी को बचाने के लिए भारत में जो अभियान चलाया जा रहा है उस पर मुझे गर्व है। मैं आप सभी से अनुरोध करती हूँ कि आप अपने जीवन शैली से छोटे छोटे किंतु प्रभावी बदलाव करें तथा जलवायु परिवर्तन की चुनौती का सामना करने में अपना महत्वपूर्ण योगदान दें। स्वामी विवेकानंद जी के शब्दों में, उठो जागो और तब तक मत रुको, उठो जागो और तब तक मत रुको जब तक लक्ष्य की प्राप्ति
इस अवसर पर मैं आप सभी से अनुरोध करती हूँ कि आप अपने देश के प्रति अपनी जिम्मेदारियों को समझें और उसे पूरा करने का प्रयास करें। आप सभी से मैं अनुरोध करती हूँ कि आप अपने जितना हो सके उतना देश के प्रति दें। इस अवसर पर मैं उन सभी सेनानियों के चरणों में कोटि कोटि वंदन करती हूँ जिन्होंने अपने बलिदान और पराक्रम से देश को आज़ादी दिलाई है, और साथ ही उन सभी वीरों को भी नमन करती हूँ जिन्होंने आज़ादी के बाद देश की एकता, अखंडता और सुरक्षा के लिए अपना सर्वस्व अर्पण किया है। मुझे याद आती है कवि मैथिली शरण गुप्त जी की पंक्तियाँ, जो भरा नहीं है भावों से, जो भरा नहीं है भावों से, जिसमें बहती रसधार नहीं, जिसमें बहती रसधार नहीं, वो हृदय नहीं पत्थर है, जिसमें स्वदेश का प्यार नहीं। जय हिंद, जय भारत। धन्यवाद। An allegiance, devotion, and pride to our country can show us how we can be true and loyal people to our country. Thank you, Ms. Nidhi, for making us believe in our country. We now request our principal, Father Ranjan D'Souza, to enlighten us with some insightful words on this special occasion.
Now it is better, at least I can see all clearly. As I was sitting, I was reflecting on the words on the backdrop, okay? Independence, our pride, our right. Independence, our pride. Definitely, independence is our pride because today we are free because someone, or rather many Indians fought for our freedom. They gave their life for us. They sacrificed for us. That is why we are proud. We are even proud because today India in many fields is doing very well. And so it is a matter of pride for us. On the other side, independence, our right. But right has to be justified when we do our duty. Our rights have to be justified when we do our duty. We just cannot say, it is my right, it is my right. First, you must do your duty. First, you must know what is your duty. We are not called to go on the border and fight. Not all of us are called. Very few are called. That is not our duty, to fight in the border. As students, what is our duty then? We don't have to go out and fight somebody else. Let us look at how we are living our life. At home, at school, in our society. Fraternity, justice, equality, these are not just words in the Constitution. You have to bring it alive. You are India. India is not this land. You are India. And you have to do your duty. As students, your duty is to learn. Learn good things so that you can do good. so that the nation may progress. As we celebrate today with pride, let us also celebrate with reflection and, more importantly, action. We are not here gathered once a year to salute the flag. It's not enough to salute the flag. Every day has to be a celebration of independence. And our independence is justified when we do what we are supposed to do. When we keep our place clean. So many times you have been told to keep the place clean. But every day I see vapors here and there. That just shows how much you love the country. That shows how much you love the country. Not performing on the stage during Independence Day or saluting the flag. That anybody can do. You have to do the daily small duties of life, keeping the place clean. And when you open your mouth, make sure good words come from your mouth. That is also part of freedom. When you give bad words to another, you are inflicting harm on another. And you are taking away their freedom. Freedom doesn't come by taking somebody else's freedom. So we have to act in a good way. Speak good words. Don't let bad words flow from your mouth. It is very easy to give bad words. Any fool will give bad words. But to control your mouth, that requires courage. To control your mouth. To pick up the trash which is there, here and there. Not saying that, this is not mine. If our freedom fighters would have said that, independence, why should I die? Let somebody else die. We would have still been under the British rule. Our thinking needs to change. We need to change. Our freedom fighters are already dead and gone. Now we are the freedom fighters and we are fighting for the true essence of freedom, which is not only a political liberty, but a social empowerment, justice, and care for our environment, our surrounding. So as students, let us at least do, let's say these two things. You can do much more things. First, keep the place clean. Second, when you open your mouth, see that good words come from your mouth. Control your mouth. Can you do these two things? Can you do yes or no? Yes. Yeah, because action is more important than speeches given over here and you listening and clapping hands there. You have to act. Without action, nothing happens. So each one of you make a resolution that I will do this from now on and contribute to the freedom of my country. Reflect on what I'm saying because it is very important. If we can't do small things, forget about doing big things like sacrificing for the nation. That is very far. Okay? So my wish and prayer for each one of you is, as we celebrate India's independence, let us also take action in our own lives and make this, our country, our world, a better place to live in. Thank you and God bless.
Thank you, Father, for those words of inspiration.
Master Kaden Pinto from the SSC section to propose the vote of thanks.
A very good morning to one and all gathered here. First and foremost, I would like to thank our Heavenly Father for blessing us abundantly and for enabling us to gather here today on such an auspicious occasion. Our heartfelt gratitude goes out to our chief guest, Ms. Neelam Rodrigues, for sparing her valuable time to be with us today and for gracing this occasion with her presence. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to our management team, our rector, Reverend Father Manuel Murzello, our principal, Reverend Father Ranson D'Souza, our administrator, Reverend Father Vishal Lopez, Reverend Father Mario Vaz, Reverend Father Aloysius Fataro, and Deacon Giordone for always motivating us and encouraging us to give our best in whatever we do. To our coordinating supervisor, and to the supervisors of various sections, and to all of our teachers, thank you for always being there for us with your constant support. A special thanks to Sir Cliff Richard D'Souza for maintaining the overall discipline and decorum throughout the program. A big thank you to Ms. Philomena, Ajay Uncle, Master Emmanuel Logo, and Master Regan Sequeira for providing us with your technical support. A big thank you to Sir Rossi and Miss Yogita, Master Regan and Master Devian for capturing the wonderful moments of today's program. Our love also goes out to our support staff for managing the seating, lighting and sound arrangements for the program. To the primary section, trained by Sir Alan and Miss Mittal, who put up such a wonderful song. To the amazing and talented young dancers from the secondary section who showcased such a marvelous dance, trained by Sir Manish and Miss Renu. For the amazing skit from the Collins section with such a wonderful and clear message, trained by Miss Rimal and Miss Rasika. For the speech delivered in Hindi by Miss Nidhi Thakkar, trained by Miss Renu. For the speech delivered in English by Miss Abigail D'Souza, trained by Miss Ansita. For the beautiful invitation card prepared by the NIOS section. For the well-synchronized Guard of Honor conducted by Sir Nelson and Sir Cliff Richard. For the very patriotic flag hoisting conducted by Miss Alexina. For the beautiful and well-designed backdrop made by the pre-primary section, assisted by Master Aldrich and Master Jaden. For our amazing compets, Miss Angela Pinto and Miss Serena Garden, who spoke with such clarity and confidence, trained by Miss Manoda and Miss Alexina. To the Independence Day Committee for your valuable contributions towards this program. And to each and every one of you who contributed to the program, whether on stage or behind the stage, thank you so much for your valuable efforts. Lastly, to my dear audience, thank you for your energy, encouragement, and hearty applauses. Let us remember today, not just as a memory, but as a reminder to stay loyal to our country and to carry the true spirit of our independence in all of our actions, words, and thoughts every day. Thank you.
Thank you, Kaden. Well, that was the end of today's celebration. But always remember, patriotism and unity to the nation are two important virtues for our Mother India. Thank you for joining today's celebration of India's historic 79 years of independence. Signing off, your compares for the day, Miss Serena Karen
and Miss Angela Pinto.
Jai